Morning, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Warm up 54 is on the screen. That shouldn't take you long. Get cracking. Let's go. All right. So, standard deviation of the data sample. Hands if you use the shortcut formula. All right, hands if you use the long way. All right, looks like Hades is done. Very good, Hades. I see you. Yozgard as well. I see you, Yozgard. Let's go with, what have we called on in a while? I think Jacob, right? Jacob. All right, Jacob. What you get for the mean of our bell curve? 17.5? Hands, you got 17.5? That's about right. All right. So standard deviation, for the sake of time, let me go over this since it's Tuesday. So I need the sum of all x's. So 20 plus 15, 35, 65, 70. And the sum of all x squares. So we got 25, 900, 400, and 15 times 15. Is it 225? Yeah. So 9, 13, 15, 1550. My goodness. I'm on like Donkey Kong. Let's go. N times the sum of all x squares minus the sum of all x's, then square that, over n times n minus 1 to use a shortcut. So for the variance, there's four numbers. So times 1550 minus 70 squared over 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah? So variance is 6,200 minus 4,900. Is that correct? Let's see. 0, 20, 12, 520, isn't it? Is it 520? Yes, no, maybe so? No, it's 620. All right, divided by 12. So my variance is 300 divided by 12. What'd you get for the variance? Let's go with Thomas. What'd you get? You did the long way? Okay, what'd you get for the variance? Yeah, before the square root. 81 point what? 25? So 300 divided by 12. 1,300? Let's see. Yeah, 1,300. Yeah, I did that on purpose, see if you guys were paying attention. So that goes in there once. 10, 0, and then 12 goes in there 8. So approximately 108 if you did the shortcut. 81.25 if you went the long way. So standard deviation, square root of 108 is approximately Bree 10.3. Here, Aubrey.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. 10.3. Thank you. All right, so that takes us to 27.8 and 7.2. All right. Next, Z-score. So you never how do you find the Z-score, and then Levi's gonna enlighten us with that one. The Z-score. 6.27? 0.27. All right, let's double check that. So you did what? 20 minus 17.5 divided by 9.01. All right, so you should have gotten 2.5 divided by 9.01, and that gives us an approximation of that. All right, looks about right. Z-score, we went over it yesterday. It was just a quick intro. Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm giving you guys first the practice. All right, copy the agenda, please. Warm-up 54 is done. Semester 1 concepts. Once again, tonight you're going to do some more of those problems. Last night I asked you to work on the ones that were not multiple choice. Is that correct? All right. So once you copy the agenda, go to Canvas, turn in whatever you practiced last night is worth 500 points. You're like, what? Yes, I asked you to do some of those non-multiple choice ones, yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. It closes at 9:55 a.m. All right, copy this code to access the study guide one more time. F2T76. Write that down. F2T76. 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 All right. All right, got a Cornell note ready. I can master semester 1 concepts and skills. I can master semester 1 concepts and skills. The Cornell note ready, please. We will review last night's home play, but I need to go over a quick exercise with you guys really quick. We good? All right, here we go. I can master semester 1 concepts and skills. This is the first concept for the semester, best fit line. Yesterday we hammered 4 of those problems. So, tell your neighbor first, what are the critical attributes, or what do you need to find or to have in order to have a best fit line? And write it here on critical attributes once you talk it over. What does best fit line need to have? Focus, people. You're in this class. Stop copying home plays or homeworks or whatever, and focus. Well, I'm going to take those papers away. My goodness. And FYI, this session is being recorded. All right. What does the best fit line need to have? Let's go with Sam. Pass someone. Jacob, what does a best fit line need to have? Or what's so important about finding the best fit line in data? Okay. Levi, help him out. It's a straight line. Woo! And what else? Straight line, and it has to go through how many points, Jacob? At least. At least through 2 points. All right, thank you. Send that in. All right, we're going to go really quick through these. I'm just trying to refresh your noodle. Next one. Tell your neighbor, what is a box plot and how do you build it? What points do you need to build a box plot? Tell your neighbor, please. What points do you need to build a box plot? Write it in critical attributes. What points do you need? Bam, Jacob's on the ball. Let's go. All right, type it in there, please. Write it in there. Box plot. What points are needed to build the box plot? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Jacob, pass them one. Caitlin, what do we need to build a box plot? Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, so far so good. Q1, Q2, Q3. That's for the box. Yes, so far so good. What other points do we need? Oh, Jacob. All right. What last 2 points do we need? Low point, also known as minimum, and the high point, which is known as the maximum. That is correct. Bam, Jacob's on the ball today. And once again, it's also known as box and whisker, right? Why whisker? Because the min and the max make the little whisker for the box. All right, make sure and send that in. Next one. Let's see where we're at. Frequency table. What does a frequency table need to have? Write it in critical attributes and tell your neighbor. Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pass someone, Jacob. Karime. Frequency, that is correct. We need to have a frequency column once you have a frequency table. All right, thank you guys. Let's move on. Next one. Dot plots. Make an example here of a dot plot. Dot plot. Make an example, please. Once you get it started, show your neighbor to make sure they understand how to build a dot plot. All right, this one is correct. We just need numbers underneath. Let's go to the next one. There you go. What in the world? That one pretty close, just needs numbers underneath. Tell your neighbor why this one is not a dot plot. Why is that one not a dot plot? This one has an X and a Y. The previous ones only had a what? A line, number line. Yes, no, yes, 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 and yes. And once again, can we use other than dots? Yes. Stars, asterisks, Pokemons, X's, yes. All right. Next one. Think about it. What are statistics? Tell your neighbor what, in your own words, what are statistics, and write a quick definition. Statistics are yeah, better have the word scientific or a science. Ten, not, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Who went last? Karime, pass them on. Aaron, what are statistics in your own words? It's a science, yes, that is correct. A science of doing what? What do we do for statistics, everyone? Data what? Collection, organizing, and blah, 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 blah. All right? Good. Next. Measure central tendency. Tell your neighbor what are the 3 measures of central tendency, please. Write them in there, please. Be nice, people, be nice. And if you don't, you get an F. Yeah, right. Woo. All right, here we go. Measure central tendency. Let's go over here with Enrique. Mean, median, and mode is correct. Yes, sir. Next. What are the measures of variation? Type them in there in the example box. Tell your neighbor what they are. 3 measures of variation. They should know what they are by now. We've been hammering these forever. All right, looks like Thomas got it. Very good, Thomas. Sadie's got it. Very good, Sadie. All right. What are the measures of variation? Let's go with Aubrey. Aubrey, what are they? Range, variance, so far so good. Standard deviation, that is correct. Those are the 3. All right. Next. All right, fill in the different measures that we've covered and where are we headed. Fill it in, please. By now you should know where we're at. Fill that in. Hurry up. All right, there's a correct answer from one of your colleagues. So far, so good, yes? Next, let's move on. Formulas. Write the names of the formulas. So far, I think we have 13 of them. Without looking at your notes, write them in there, please. No, I don't need the formula, just write the name. All right, get the show on the road. Give us one name of a formula, Thomas. Degrees. All right, give us another one, Jalen. Percent. That's about right. Give us another one, Aubrey. Range. Another one, let's go with Moses. What is it? With or class with. That is correct. Here's another one, Hades. Population variance, pop variance, or sigma squared. Give us another one, Adrian. What is it? Yeah, mid-range. Mid-range. Range. All right. Another one, Isaiah. Sample variance, which is S squared. Pass on one. Geo, another one. Woo, sample, standard, deviation, or just S. Pass on one. Ezra. Population variance, we have it here. Shortcut, okay. Population variance, shortcut. That is correct. And so on and so forth, all right? So anyways, by now you should know the 13 of them that we've covered so far. All right, which brings us to the study guide. So open up the study guide. Let's go to the last problems that I asked you to do by yourself at night, last night. Now, yesterday in class we covered number 30, which was the best fit line. Is that correct? 31, 32, 33, which brings us to number 1 of the open-ended problems. Number 1 of numeric response. And it reads, here we go. Ready? A music store has different clubs for different music genres. In all, tell your neighbor what that means. Okay, very good. The clubs have 162 members. The store gives comment cards to all 54 members of its folk music club to find out about the satisfaction with the club's features. Identify the total number of population. Tell your neighbor the total number of population. Correct answer, 162. Tell your neighbor why. And because it says what? In all. That's what's going to give us the total. You're like, that's it? Yes, that's it. Go to the next one. Number 2. It says, a comparison of prices of various sizes of pizza in 3 stores in one city was made. Those results are shown in a table. Store A, there are the prices. Store B, and Store C. It says, in dollars, how much greater is the mean of the prices of the most expensive? Which one are they asking for? The most expensive. Which one is the most expensive? It looks like it's C. Compared to the least expensive, which is B. So that means, do we need to do any work for A? No. So tell your neighbor what you need to do with these numbers. So on your paper for number 2, if you did not do that, write number 2 on your paper and write store C. Store C. We're going to start with store C. And we need to find what, everyone? The mean. That is correct. So 11.7, 15.40, and 18.60. So that's 0, 17, 15, 45.7, and we're going to divide by how many numbers? 3. So this is approximately 15.20, what? 23, Michael Jordan. So that is store C. Now we need to focus on what? Store B. Store B. All right, so store B we have, I'm going to do that in red, 6.25, 6.75, and 8.25. That's 21.25. And then we divide by 3, so that's approximately 7.08. All right, is that all we have to do, Mr. Q? No, it says, how much greater is the mean of the prices of the most expensive store? How much more? So what do we need to do with these two numbers? Subtract, that is correct. So then I want to see you guys do 15.23 minus 7.08, and that gives us 8.17, 8.15. All right. So you would write the most expensive store mean is $15 more than the least. That make sense? Yes? Pretty straightforward? Do we need to do any work with store A? No. Just focus on whatever they're asking you to do. All right, let me send you a screen so you can send me your work. All right, thank you for sending that in. Let's go to the next one. We just finished the pizza one. Let's go to short answer. Focus. It says, number one, suppose you want to find out how many students at your school like watermelon. Identify the sampling method used in the following situation. Before I move on with this one, turn to your neighbor, remind them of the 4 different sampling methods. What are they? What are the 4 different sampling methods since you studied last night? Cluster, good, I heard cluster, yes. Random, yes, that's 2. Stratified is another one, yes. Systematic. Systematic is when you do every 3, every 10, every 12. Clusters when you separate into different groups and you only use one group. Systematic. Stratified is when you separate into 2 different groups and one of them you choose randomly. However, look at this example that they give us. It says, you ask 6 freshmen, 6 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 6 seniors chosen at random. Tell your neighbor what kind of sampling that is. It says, you ask 6 freshmen, 6 sophomores, 6 juniors, 6 seniors, chosen at random. That is correct. It is random. Why not systematic? Because you're not choosing every 6. You're choosing 6 of them. And it's in the word right there. Okay? Let's go to number 2. It says, the bar graph shows the stock prices of 3 companies. Focus on this one. Here it goes. Firm A, Firm B, and Firm C. Look up, please. How is the graph misleading? Because it is misleading. Talk to your neighbor. How is it misleading? Look at the graph. Tell your neighbor why it's misleading. All right, let's see. What is the price of Firm C, everyone? 91. How about Firm B? 92. How about Firm A? 99. Question, is it a lot of difference from here to there? No, but here it's making it seem like it's like way off. Why? Why, everyone? Because of what? Yes, scaling. The scaling is incorrect. Instead of going by 10s, by 20s, it goes all the way up to 90, and it goes by 1s, and that's making it seem like it's more. So question, which firm out of the 3 do you think would use this graph for their benefit? Firm A, that is correct. Firm A would use it because it looks like they're the ones making the most money out of the 3. All right? How we doing? Good? All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, snap. Here we go. Copy that table onto your notes, please. Let me Show the table. Copy it, please. The table. Go. Now, quick recap. This is a frequency table, but what kind? Tell your neighbor what kind of frequency table that is. All right, looks like Gio's got it, but let's go with Sebastian. What kind of frequency table is this? Yeah, it is a two-way. Tell your neighbor why it's a two-way, everyone. Yeah, total down and total across. That is correct. Sebastian, let's go. Must be drinking your vitamin C every day. Yeah, orange juice. You guys know why? Because it's made out of concentrate. See what I did there? Concentrate. That was good, right? That was good? All right. Look at your table, and it reads, the table shows the number of students playing spring sports at a local school. How many girls play spring sports? Tell your neighbor, please. That is correct. It's 86. If you didn't see that, then you are having trouble reading this graph. Once again, it says, the table shows the number of students playing spring sports. That means all of these sports are spring sports, yes? So then it says, how many girls? Well, you go to the girls, go to the total, and that's 86. So, question. Tell your neighbor, how many boys play baseball? Baseball. Yes, that is correct. 47. 47. Only one. Baseball. All right? All right, which brings us to the last problem of today's session. Here we go. Oh, let me send you a screen so you can send me your work. Give me a second. All right, on your paper, I want you to write problem number 4. Don't copy the problem. We're going to make a table from that problem. All right, I want you to write on your paper number 4. Okay? So, here it goes. It reads, the pets at an animal shelter were either surrendered by their owner or caught astray. Tell your neighbor how many types of animals do they have at a shelter? 2 types. What are they? Surrendered or what? Or caught. So that's important information. Surrendered or caught. Okay. 1 year, the shelter took in 1,457 animals total. Of these, 482 were dogs, 916 were cats, and the rest were other types. So what type of animals do we have? Dogs, cats, and other types. Okay. So, it says there were 178 stray dogs. That means they were what? Caught. And surrendered cats, and a total of 653 stray animals. So let's start a table here. First, we start with 2 columns. What would you label the first column? All right, let me stop right there. Give me a second. Do you guys want me to review this with you guys, or you guys got this? Because, like I said, this is 50% of your overall grade. I'm trying to get you guys to pass this final. So you guys got this, or you guys want me to go over this with you? All right. So once again, we started with what? Surrendered and what? Caught. So write surrendered and caught, or in parentheses, stray. All right. So far, so good. Next, what kinds of animals do we have? Dogs, cats, and others. So we're going to write dogs, cats, other. All right. All right, so let's go over this. The total number of animals caught were how many? 1457. The total of totals. Okay. Of these, 482 were dogs. 482 were dogs. So where do I write that? Right here. 482. So this is our total. Total. All right. 916 were cats. 916. And the rest were other types. So they don't give us a number. However, tell your neighbor how to find that number. How do we find this number? Yes, add these two and subtract from what? 1457. That is correct. So let's do that right now. This is 1398. And we subtract that from 1457. And you say it's 59, and that goes right there. Next, there were 148 stray dogs. 148 stray dogs. Where does that go? Caught. 178. 456 surrendered cats. 456. And the total of stray animals was 653. Total of stray animals, 653. With that information, do you know how to find the rest? Yes, right? All right, I'll stop right there. Tonight, finish off the rest of the non-multiple choice problems so that we can go over those tomorrow. And the rest of the week, we're going to go over the multiple choice starting Wednesday. All right? Those of you following on YouTube, get some practice in. See you guys next time. Peace.